Kaiser, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Obviously,
you haven't been to SEMA since the shutdown, but you actually had a part in a lot of amazing cars this year.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to be back after 3 years almost. The last time I was here was 2019. And to be back here with 2 new kits is something quite special with our FDRX7 and our E36 BMW LTO kit, which you see before you. And yeah, it's a special one. I mean, this kit is a homage to, again, old 90s eras race cars, much like the E36 M3 GTR, you know, very race inspired, trying to build off the OEM lines of the car, but pumped out, bigger and bolder in a way.
How long did you actually spend on designing this kit?
This kit, I think this kit took a month. There was a lot of back and forth. There were a lot of kind of ways I could have gone with especially with the fenders and the arches and the way kind of the reflection lines of the kit flow. I was just trying to find a good blend of something that, when blended, could potentially look very OEM plus, but in more of an extreme way.
So then, what you designed, like the kit, is this part of the kit, or is it actually blended into
No,
here?
so Diogo of AMS Autoworks, based in New Jersey, has almost essentially built the pinnacle version of what our kit could be. So our kit is typically open. It's all open here. Mm-hmm. It's been filled in here. And as you can see, the fender's been fully blended and molded all the way up, all the way along
Instead,
the car.
because traditionally people would just bolt it on.
Yes. Now this isn't typically a bolt-on kit, it's hidden hardware, but a lot of changes have been made to the kit as well. Just small changes, like the trim lines have been brought forwards. It was more a design aesthetic choice from Diogo, who built the car.
This is pretty cool because this is something that was on the original E36 as kind of like a bumper, like a door guard when
so
you're parking next to other people.
On our body kit, we have these extensions. They just come a little bit further out, but I feel like it was a pivotal thing to kind of retain the traditional E36 look on the car.
Yeah, it would look weird if you got rid of it.
Yeah. And, you know, just went for a little bit more of an aggressive setup with the kind of side vents here. Everything's been filled in here and kind of cornered off. It's just that I think this whole perspective here is my favorite element of the kit. It just looks super aggressive, but still holds the body lines. If you look at the E36 GTR, you know, kind of more slightly bubbled arches, but blended into the bodywork, and then flowing into OEM plus.
I love this design so much.
Thank you.
So how close is this to your actual render?
It's, yeah, I'd say 99% spot on.
I mean, because since you built it in the digital world, you were able to see it in all different scenarios, in all different lighting conditions, colors.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of that kind of really affects how it comes out in the end.
Yeah, there's lots of scenarios when it comes to designing kits, especially for reality. But it's nice to see these cars in different variations as well. Like we have 3 of them here. We have our original white one, which isn't blended. It's pretty much just how the kit comes from factory. We have a black one, which again, same, you know, original lip, everything as intended. This one though it's had a lot more work in. The front bumper has been slightly reduced just to kind of get a more OEM look to the kit. So it's showing the body kit in its best form and pretty much how I originally imagined everything to be, you know.
So then what is the kit then? Is it just this lip area or
No,
is it
so this is a
bumper?
full front bumper. So full front bumper, which has been made wider to specifically fit the front fenders that we have.
I really love the little design elements that you add to kind of make it your own. Like, where did this come from?
The fins. So back in 2018, when we debuted our E30 kit, it was just it was an element I really enjoyed to kind of slowly just start separating ourselves from other kits that were out there on the market. It was a bit of a little quirk that I would add into my work, and I've just tried to retain it throughout LTO kind of design language, essentially.
Yeah, it's cool because traditionally with a wide body, maybe it'll touch the headlight and then it'll go out from there.
Yeah.
But I mean, the design language, as you mentioned, it goes through the whole thing. And then I love, like, on the white one, you guys had it where it's the BMW M colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it's up to the buyer of the kit to showcase how they want to interpret their car. At the end of the day, it's a form of self-expression, and that's the whole main drive behind doing kits like this, to see what people do with them. And each build is different and unique in its own sense.
So what about the wing?
The wing is, again, throwback to 90s kind of race cars, the whole touring car era. Much like our E30 again, we did kind of a very M3 OEM gurney flap styled wing. And this is just kind of a progression of that kit and that design. But very E36 M3 GTR inspired.
Is this part of your kit too?
No, so this is a stock.
Oh, that's
diffuser.
a stock piece.
Yeah, stock diffuser. We have a diffuser for this kit, but it's not featured on this build here. But it's a very just simple, nice, small, tidy diffuser.
So then, how is it that you started with the E30? I mean, because I'm actually surprised you didn't start with the RX-7. I mean, because that's your personal car, and it's something that it's near and dear to your heart. And also, honestly, the E36 is more common than the E30.
For myself and Eric, I think the E30 was a great base to start with because it was a car we were both passionate about. And also, I think we had a lot to learn. I think starting with the RX-7, I don't think I was ready. I don't think I was ready to start on a car, like that for our first ever kit. I mean, if I look back now and, I wouldn't change it. I don't think. I think, the E30 was a cool choice, and it's led me to where I am today, so.
It is incredible how far body kits have come. That's what blows me away, Yeah. I mean, body kits in the 90s, during the Fast and Furious era, they were just trash.
Yeah.
They didn't fit. And honestly, they were really cheesy. They're cheesy back then, they're cheesy now. But now you're really complementing the lines of the car and improving on something that BMW did, and that's what I love about it. It's kind of funny because on the show floor, it looked like it was broken. Like the car, it looked like it was squished because it's slammed to the ground, and the carpet doesn't help,
Yeah.
But out here, we're in this beautiful backdrop in Nevada, outside of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And wow, it just looks so good. This is the best looking E36, in my opinion, I've ever seen.
I mean, those are big words, Larry.
I make
those are very big words.
I make big statements,
I mean, thank you. Again, we all have our own different opinions, right? And some people will love it, some people will hate it. And I think that's great. It causes not a division, but it allows us to kind of express ourselves. And yeah, thank you so much. It's
awesome. Well, okay, I'm going to talk to Nelson about the actual build because it's his car.
Absolutely.
And we'll get into that. Good to see you.
Thank you, Larry.
All right, so we got Nelson here to explain a little bit about the build. Kaisa designed the body kit, and Nelson just really kind of took it to the next level. I mean, the way Kaisa explained it, you made the kit in its best form.
Well, I didn't. So Diogo Azevedo from AMS AutoWorks.
Oh, okay.
He's the one who made it this way.
Right, but you facilitated it.
Well,
like
yeah.
You put it together. Your vision was this.
Yes, was to have it molded, have everything together. Diogo's and again, I bring him up because it was, a lot of 99% of his ideas. He knows what I like. He knows he's built other cars for me. And when we came together to do this, it was going to be the best, or we weren't going to do it.
Yeah, I really like that. What I said when I was talking to Kaisa, I truly believe, in my opinion, I think it's the best E36 I've ever seen. Like in terms of looks.
I appreciate that.
But then beyond that, it's not just about the looks. This thing performs also.
It moves.
Yeah, so can we take a look at the engine bay?
Yeah, of course. It is a fully built Chuck Stickley motor, S50 3.0. turbocharged, G35 1050 turbo. It's running on a pretty simple tune right now, just to kind of get it driving and break the motor in. Once it's back and on the East Coast, we're going to bring it to arcade tunes and actually tune the motor. And it, you know, from what Diogo says and the components that are in it, it should be a 1,000 horsepower at high boost.
1,000 horsepower.
That's again, that's the idea.
I'm
I
I am
again,
blown away.
It's with high boost.
Yeah.
Reliable, probably 600-700.
Something that you would drive.
Drive around. I mean, you don't need 1,000.
Yeah, no, you don't.
You know?
I mean, I don't care what tires you put on
Yeah,
it. You're not.
You're gonna break loose.
Yeah, you're gonna blow off the tires.
But I made sure when again that we built the car, it had AC, because it's just, you know, the older you get, the more, you know, luxuries you want in a sense. And a lot of these guys run it with no AC, no nothing. So then you're driving around and it's 100 degrees out.
You don't want to drive it at that point.
No, but at least if the AC is blasting, you're good to go. So Diogo had to create the downpipe and everything around for the turbo to go with for the intercooler. So really just right through the wheel well.
Oh.
So there's a.
Oh my. Okay. All right.
So and then we designed the wheels, it had to make sure that the offsets were right, or else it wouldn't fit. So if you're making a left-hand turn, the wheel would hit the pipe. It clears everything.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that is. It's the way it's routed is pretty.
So that goes through. That's the exhaust.
I mean, the thing is, this was never really meant to have a turbo.
No.
You know,
No.
this was an NA motor, and it was never meant to.
Which for its time was a good motor. But you know, it's 2022.
Yeah.
We need more power.
Yeah, I see that. That's incredible. Really, very, very, very cool. It just looks so good in every single way.
We added the fog lights, which the other LTO kits don't have. So it runs stock fog lights. We shortened the front bumper.
Shortened it.
Yeah, so the original bumper comes out, I would say another 3-4 inches, and faces up a little bit. This one, Diogo flattened it and brought it in, so it gives it more of a cleaner look, almost like an OEM.
I mean, I really like the theme of that part, right? Because we were talking about it, the fact that this is on the original bumper.
Yes.
And it was never really meant to be a design piece, I feel like, on the car, but it became that. It's functional.
Yeah, it was probably for shopping carts.
Yeah, exactly.
And ding doors, and these cars were daily driven at one point, and now they become show cars.
Yeah, it's incredible. So what are you actually going to use this for with this much power?
Nothing. In reality, it's just knowing that you have it. I collect cars, basically Volkswagens and BMWs, and this is just going to be added to the collection.
So you're a big BMW guy, anyways.
I mean, I own a few. Yeah. I really I really love Volkswagens. But BMW is that thing where growing up it wasn't affordable. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And now a little older and things are a little bit better, and you get the cars that you grew up with wanting. You can have them now.
Yeah. That is crazy. Huh. So tell me about your wheel choice.
I gave Diogo, and I keep bringing him up, the free rein on wheels. He knew the specs and the offsets that we needed to make sure that it was going to be perfect. He called up the guys at Rada for him, very close friends of his, and they designed a one-off wheel. So right now, this is the only wheel that exists. I'm assuming they're going to, create more just because, that's what they do. But as of right now, that's a one-off wheel.
It looks great.
Yeah, it's running a 315 tire. The lip
You need
alone,
every bit of that 315.
Yeah, if not more.
Yeah, probably more.
The lip alone is 8.5 inches wide. So like a regular, off-the-shelf wheel is like 7.5. The whole entire wheel. And this, just the lip alone is that.
Crazy. Just crazy.
We added touches like the BMW Motorsport handles, different, DTM exhaust made by AMS. Nothing was really off the shelf. Everything is pretty much custom made, or at least touched to make it unique.
Jeez, this is so clean in every single way. Love, love, love the Recaro seats, this confetti.
Well, it's actually M Rain. They used to come on the lightweight, LTW, I'm not sure. BMW used to make a E36 M3 lightweight, so it had nothing in it. And this was either this color or silver. and we went with the black just to go with the whole black and red.
The M rain, I love it. It makes sense. It is looks like it's raining. It's all the M colors.
And then we did the motorsport seatbelts, rear seats, fully cage, Alcantara headliner, all rewrapped in brand new leather, door panels, seats.
That is such a flex to have beautiful rear seats with a pattern, and then have
A cage.
roll cage. Yeah.
It's again, you can't use them, but they're there. A lot of people do the rear seats deletes. I just don't really like that. I like the full interior. We went with a CAE shifter, so it's the holy grail of shifters.
And I love that you guys created this little
Yeah.
little piece here. Just otherwise, it's just a
cleans it
huge
all
hole
up.
right there. Yeah.
It's a Euro 6-speed trans, Euro rear diff. They didn't come out in America, so like it 6-speed, and these cars only came in 5-speed.
No radio.
No, so it's meant to be more of like a race car in a sense. So we didn't do it was just a radio delete.
And you went with air suspension probably
Yeah.
because it's a lot easier to drive around.
That's the thing. In and out of trailers, in and out of driveways, driving around, speed bumps, especially because I put 100 and something miles on this thing in a day and a half. If you're on static or stance, I'm not sure how, it's you're not doing that. And at least this way with airlift, you can actually not mess up the front bumper, get in and out of trailers. It's much better.
Really cool. Really good job.
Thank you.
Part of it is that putting the partners together, getting everybody together. What made you want to go with the LTO kit?
So Eric hit me up from LTO and was like, and Diogo as well, and was like, listen, I know you got this E36. Why don't you? We're gonna do pre-orders and do a kit. And they know that I'm a car guy, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. I wasn't gonna go as crazy in a sense, but then I talking to Diogo one night, and we're like, let's go to SEMA. That was in August, and we're here. He finished it in about 3.5 months, start to finish. The whole car was stripped apart.
So crazy.
Between every nut and bolt and suspension and bushings, motor, everything, rubber seals, windows, windshield, everything was replaced.
This essentially is a brand new E36.
Yep.
But like the supercar version.
Yeah.
Right? Turbo with all the goodies, looks amazing, can make 1,000 horsepower. I mean, it looks like he did new everything. Like new headlights,
taillights,
like not pitted at all, brand new.
And they're Euro the glass.
See, that's the thing that I can appreciate. How many people are gonna notice that?
Yeah, they don't.
Crazy, and probably all new trim.
New trim, new everything. So even like the European, I guess fan shroud or whatever this is called, has a tube that goes into the alternator to cool the alternator down. The American one, I'm sorry. So we went with this one where it has nothing. So it loses another tube that comes out through here, and this is completely flush. Completely, so it's a Euro one, not an American one. Little subtle things. Went with all Mason bars, front, rear, back, like under.
I'm speechless. This is such a showstopper, and the fact that you've put 100 miles just in Vegas, or more, probably.
About 120 miles just in Vegas between leaving yesterday at like 3 o'clock till today.
I love it. I love it. It's funny because I was telling Kaiza, on the show floor, it looked like it was broken. Like it was just so low.
Really?
And it's like it got smushed.
Well, the carpet.
Yeah, exactly. It looks so crazy. But out here, with the light on it and on actual road, it just looks incredible.
The minute you air out the car, it completely changes the dynamic of the car. Even when you ride height, it doesn't look as aggressive. Like you want to see this on like the track and like as low as possible.
I'm already excited. I just heard that little turbo whistle.
The little whistle. It goes. We'll come back.
You gotta have a smile ear to ear when you're driving this all the time.
So last night was the first time I drove it, and I was just smiling ear to ear up and down the Las Vegas Strip. I mean, it's great. And then on the way here, out on the highway, it was even fun.
What were people saying to you when they saw you driving this?
I mean, it was thumbs up. There were people who were telling me to like, do a burnout, and then it just, they want to hear the car. It's exciting,
a BMW inline 6 should sound like from here on out. Jeez. So it's not even tuned yet.
No, it has a tune, but it's not an aggressive tune.
Right.
It's not running like at its peak.
With this setup, once it's tuned, do they think it's gonna make? Do you guys think it'll make what 600 horsepower?
I would say reliable 600-700 horses.
Got it. Got it. What? That sounds so crazy. Okay. That sounds pretty insane. That sounds really good.
It moves.
It is such a clean turbo sound.
It goes straight through. I feel like I'm looking forward to when it actually has the correct tune and the power. You know.
I get it now. I see why you wanted to build this.
Yeah, this is so I have supercharged cars. I have an E60 M5 supercharged. This is completely different.
This is like the best of its era. I feel like it's like the last of the boxy cars.
Yeah, this is I agree.
Yo, insane! I can't believe how good this is. It just sounds so clean, and it's not even that loud.
No.
That's the beauty of it. Oh my god, it just revs. That's the exhaust.
Yeah.
It's just so crisp. Dude, I'd be in trouble all the time if I drove this thing, dude.
It's a little dangerous.
Even when you're not even like flooring it, it just has such a good sound, huh?
Sounds incredible. Incredible.
Is this the best sounding car you own?
Yeah, so I love the sound of a V10 that I have.
Yeah.
Just the notes, it's completely different. Sounds like an F1 car. This is just more like raw. Like I feel like you want to be on it. You want it as full throttle as much as possible.
Incredible. I love it. This is my favorite type of SEMA car. One that works.
One that works. And that you
Yeah.
actually like and again, I'm not afraid to drive it.
Yeah.
Like I will, I'll send it.
I noticed. I fully get the race car that's very experimental in that they're doing something that's so crazy it takes years to develop, and maybe it's not running at the SEMA show yet. This is my favorite kind of car because it's something that's relatable, drivable, something that I could see myself driving, something that I can enjoy driving. This is my favorite kind of car. Just so cool. Wow.
Sounds good, right?
Dude, this thing is crazy.
And it's slow boost. It's base map.
It is. Hold on.